All right, all right. Let's go. Let's go. Everybody get in here on this mostly cloudy, 33-degree Monday. It's windy, it's cloudy, and it's noon and 33 degrees. That says enough. That says enough. What else can we say? Well, what we can say is the Eastern Conference is an absolute dumpster fire. I don't know what to call it. The Penguins and Rangers would be in first place in the Atlantic. The Flyers and Devils would be 1 point out of first place. And the Jackets would be 2 points out of first place in the Atlantic. But in the Metro, they're in last place. There are all 16 teams, with the exception of the Sabres, in between 39 and 30 points. The Sabres are at 26. I've never seen anything like it. It continues to somehow get even tighter. And Lightning have lost 3 straight. They're at 34. The Bruins have won a couple of games. They got 34. Lightning are in first place by games in hand. Panthers are 4 points out of first place. 2 games ago, we were in last place in the conference, and now we're 4 points out of first place. Just absolute absurdity. How are you doing, Mike? Good to see you. Yeah, let's get the 14 straight. I'll take it. Hey, Mythical. Yeah, we need to just continue winning, right? Trent says, good morning, Jaws. 2 wins, 12 to go. In all seriousness, I think 2-2 would make a great road trip. This road trip can make or break the season. I think I'd like to see us. Well, we have started to get our identity back. We've definitely started to get our identity back, and that needs to continue. Hey, Real. Best forwards this year, Reinhardt, Marchand, and Carter with dad strength. Soon as she popped the kid out. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Hey, Colby. So, yeah, we're starting with Tarasov tomorrow or Wednesday, and then Bob will get the Avalanche game. That makes some sense. Sure. Well, we'll see how, Colby, we'll see which way. Yeah, if I'm going to do a video, it may not get done today. That's the only thing. If you want me to have it done quicker, it might be an email. Well, we'll see. I never know how those things are going to hit me. You know what I mean? Might be something where I go outside and do it. We're 4 points behind first, right? Yeah. Trent says, that's the best game I think we played this year. Yes, forecheck, back check. Absolutely agree. A complete game. Tennille, Tarasov's new pads were nice. Yeah, Kyle mentioned that. Colby thinks Cooper Black would be better than Bobrovsky at this point. Don't worry about Bob. Bob will be fine. Bob will be fine. IDK says, I think the Colorado game is basically 1 point would be a victory. Sure. Do I think Maurice told the defenseman to try and score more? I don't know if he told them to do it or if they figured it out on their own. But we definitely need, and we've gone through phases last year, especially too, when the defensemen are taking a lot of shots and then they kind of back off. I just wonder if it's matchup based. You know what I mean? I wonder if we pinch more in games where there's not an overabundance of elite talent that's on the ice with the other team. You know what I mean? Twitter said Tarasov is against the Avs and Bob against Utah. Well, we'll see. Colby thinks the way McKinnon shoots and the way Tarasov tends to go heavily favors Tarasov. He's been playing really well. It's good to see. Trent says, I would let Tarasov be like Lyon for us. For me to keep riding him and give Bob some more rest, like Lyon or like Knight. Like I said at the start of the season, I was hoping for like a 48-34 split. I don't think we're near that point yet. Hey, David, how you doing, bud? Let me see. What's the pace that we're on here split-wise with these guys? So we're 27 games in. Bob has played 20, and I guess that means Tarasov has played in 7, started 7. So that's too many games. That can't be good. That's got Bobrovsky on like a 60 game pace. Tarasov has, let me see. Let me go to starts. Tarasov has started 8 games, so it means Bob has started 26, I think. Let me make sure I get this right. Bobrovsky has started 20 games. Oh, okay, 20 and 8. Right. So then that's just about the same pace that Bobrovsky has been on the last couple of years, 58 starts, 54 starts. I would have preferred more like under 50 for Bobrovsky. Bird person says, did I see the Team USA video? They just made calling Canadians crybabies. Now it's pissed a lot of people off. Oh, now how serious was it versus how much was it just specifically trolling? Right? Like how much of it was trolling? Colby says that's going to be an early career milestone deal breaker if Tarasov can win in Colorado. How many of the back-to-backs are in the second half? Vasi's on IR? Oh, geez. How long is he supposed to be out? I know that we've got 3 or 4 back-to-backs this month. Let's see. December, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 back-to-backs in December. January, 1 back-to-back. February, we have 2 back-to-backs, but it's the last 2 games before the Olympic break and the first 2 games after the Olympic break. So we catch a break there. March, we have 1, 2 back-to-backs. It's not so bad. That's interesting. In March, on March 28th and 29th, we play at the Islanders and at the Rangers. Both games are 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So, and then of course, April, we don't have any back-to-backs. So the worst of it is December. In terms of back-to-backs, this is the worst of it. Panthers are 6-1 with E2. Yeah, E2 is important for sure. He's out at least a week. Real, I think Cunnin took a puck off his face. Mike says, set call for roughing that our player got in the back half of the third when he got pinned against the wall was absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, Greer's just the whole time just standing there looking at the ref. Like he didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing, you know? Trent says you do a 50-50 split right now. So what do we got? We got, what are we at? 20. We played 28 games. So it means we've got 54 games left. Give each one 27. I'd love to see it. I love to see it. I would love to see that split. Just give me a second here real quick. All right. Krabs, you think Bobrovsky gets benched in favor of Tarasov? I don't think that's going to happen. Don't forget, we talked about this. I put a video out the other day. Bobrovsky's numbers before the game where he just allowed 6 goals. We're just going to put that off to the side. But before that, his numbers this year were exactly almost duplicates of where he was at this point last year. So I just, until Bobrovsky has a bad playoffs, I'm not going to sit here and worry about Bubba. Trent says, I would not break up the Bennett, Swaggy, Marchand line. So then where would Kachuk go? Would we go Rodriguez with Samoskevich, Kachuk, and just move Greer off of that? Maybe that's how we would go. So you'd go Bennett, Swaggy, Marchand, Lundell, Luosterainen, Reinhart, and then Rodriguez with Chucky and Samoskevich. That could work. Bird says there was no Panthers players in the Team USA vid or would have gone nuclear. Just Brady. Good. I hope they all stay home. Yeah, Axu, seeing Swaggy shoot. He looked like his old self now. He looks good. Shine says, are the Leafs the luckiest SOBs or what? They get us as was plus no Verhaeghe. Now they get Tampa with no Cooch, Point, or Vasilevsky. Celebrini against Mackey. Hungry says, I think Pomo might have been holding on to Tarasenko up to now because of December. Not sure I understand. Just have Terry down. Greg says, if they want Bob to lock in, just have Tarasov's dad show up. Yeah, Bob's numbers aren't great. No, the Atlantic is just absolutely ridiculous. What am I hearing? Oh, there's a bird on the other side of the window. Okay, there's a couple of birds on the porch on the other side of the window. I was wondering what the hell I was hearing. Can Keith Kachuk call the team soft again? Well, not now. Don't want to do it now. They just won 2 games, right? I know, actually, Greer's penalty was ridiculous. I'm all there. I don't even understand how that got called. But we scored on the 4x4, on the 4, the 4-on-4. So there's that. Yeah, but how many games have Stolarz played in? Stolarz hasn't played nearly as many games, I would suspect. Stolarz has only played 13 games. Stolar's numbers are way worse than Bob's. Now, the save percentage is about the same, but his goals against is way worse than Bobrovsky's right now. He's only started 13 games. Bob started 20. So that would kind of account for the extra 20 goals. Colby says we would have definitely beaten Pittsburgh, Edmonton, and Philly with Tarasov. I mean, maybe. We were having trouble scoring then, though, too. David, I agree with you. I hope none of them go to the Olympics. Absolute wants the rat line, Chucky with Bennett, Marchand. Well, you never know. With the way that the lineup has been this year without Barkov, it's very possible. David says we can pull a Notre Dame and just sit on the floor and cry. Yep, 1st and 7th in the Atlantic, separated by 4 points. Just absurd. Oh, okay, Hungy. I was wondering about Tarasenko. Hey, Killer Miller. Yeah, no, Greer's definitely good depth. I hope we're able to re-sign him. In the USA video, they have Kachuk, Matthews, Eichel, McAvoy saying Canadians are fake and not nice at all. Is it AI? Is it AI or did they really say that? Yeah, Stolarz was hurt. Yeah. Mike. They're still mad over the Bennett hit from Stolarz last year. Yeah, I'd like to see Spencer Knight get in, to be honest with you. That's a good point. We've talked about that before. His numbers 264 and a 914, or 262 and a 914. He's really played well. He's got the same number of starts as Bob with 20. And, well, he didn't play so well in his last game. The last game, he gave up 6. But before that, he'd been playing pretty good before that. But yeah, that last game against the Kings, that's not one he's going to want to remember. Real says Notre Dame is pathetic. My Noles were snubbed way worse 2 years ago, and at least some of our players showed up to take their beating in the bowl game. Yeah, we have had trouble against Vejmelka. It was a real video. That's what I'll have to see that. Like, why would they do something like that on purpose? It sounds childish. Colby says, yeah, the whole CFP drama is interesting. Oh, the college football. Colby, if I knew anything about it at all, man, I'd throw my hat into the ring. But I haven't followed college football in almost decades. I've watched a game here or there, but unfortunately, that's just one thing I haven't had time for. No, I think he's talking about Spencer. Spencer played on the 6th, and he allowed 6 goals on 32 shots. But previous to that sixer, Spencer had allowed 3, 2, 0, 4, 2, 3, 1, 4, 3, 3, 1. So he'd been playing pretty well. Everybody's going to have a stinker every once in a while. Kenneth says, at what point this season did we decide the Dolphins were beating the Chiefs in the standings this year? I don't know what's happening in football. It's almost as crazy as hockey. The Dolphins will find a way to blow it. What the most likely thing that's going to happen for the Dolphins is they are going to actually win enough, and the other teams will tank just enough for us to have an opportunity to win the game against the Patriots while they're resting players and get into the playoffs, and then we'll blow the game. That's kind of like the Leafs. For you Leaf fans, just think, what would Toronto do? That's what the Dolphins will do. Kevin says, OEL and Rodriguez are getting a lot of praise from Hockey Guy in similar contracts. Same, we most likely ending up. Well, we don't have to lose Rodriguez. It depends on how much the Bobrovsky extension is, because Rodriguez still has 1 year left on his contract. So if we were able to fit everybody in and Bob's extension doesn't cost us a ton, we would just be able to insert Rodriguez at 4C next year and keep everybody. The money's there pending what Bobrovsky's extension is. We don't have to move for the Barkov's injury may have saved Rodriguez, because if Barkov never got hurt and nobody else got hurt, we would have had to make the trade when Kachuk comes back. But with Barkov's injury, now Rodriguez might get to stay. Yeah, Krabs says, got to keep winning. Remember, Chicago has our pick. You don't want to give them a good draft position. Ain't that right? I'm not sure, Trent, who's going to start for Team USA in net. I'd love to see Spencer Knight get the call. I mean, I don't know if he's going to be the number one starter, obviously. I'd have to look at the options. We've got so many guys that are hurt too. That's the other problem. Colby, yeah, Patel was asking us to stream that game, so we might do it. Just Google Team USA Hockey NBA promo. All right, hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Is it on Twitter? Team USA Hockey NBA promo. Here it is. Let's see. Is this hockey fans react as Team USA draws battle lines? Where's the video? I'm not seeing it. Where let me close that out. That's way full of ads. Is it on Twitter? I'll keep looking for it here in a second. It's on NB. Okay, so NBC. Oh, NB. I see what you're saying. NBC. Okay. Team USA Pro. That makes more sense. It's like I'm like NBA. I couldn't figure that one out. Is this it? All right, hold on a second. Okay, yeah, this must be it. All right, hold on. Let me get set up here and we'll watch it together. Hold on. Okay, hold on a second. Let me turn it up. Let me share the page. And yeah, hold on a second. Here we go. Okay. All right. You guys seeing that? Let's make sure. Okay, we're good. Okay, let's see what they got to say. Let me turn up my volume so you guys can hear it too.
USA, listen up. Well, I just got chills. You guys feel that? It's an honor to speak to you all before you head off to the Olympics. You're going to Milan to bring home the biggest prize of all.
Canadian tears.
Exactly. Wait, what? What did Canada do?
Stuff.
But they're usually so polite.
Not anymore.
Really? No. Are we sure we can't just hug it out? No. Go get them, boys.
Oh, that was it? Oh, okay. All right. That seems pretty lighthearted and fun. So I guess the Canadians don't like that. Yeah, at least Toronto can make the postseason, right? Yeah, it's a good thing we never traded Rodriguez. I'm going to scroll to the bottom because I missed some. Yeah, that's what they're crying about. Hey, JC. Japan just got hit with a 7.2 earthquake, and there's tsunami warnings for the region and the USA West Coast. Yeesh. That's not good. That's not good. Yeah, we got to figure out the arena, right? The ice was too short. Yeah, but isn't Ottinger hurt, Craig? What's his situation? I thought he was injured. When's the last time he played? Or is he? No, he's not. Okay, he must. Why did I think he was hurt? Oh, no, that's Hellebuyck, right? I'm thinking Hellebuyck. Real says, I just want to see Charlie McAvoy lay out McDavid again. Is that too much to ask? Kevin says they were mad, saying it's pandering to the U.S. president who threatened their sovereignty. Come on. They're clearly, I mean, they show the context of the fights from four nations. Like they're showing all now if they really wanted to troll them, Kevin, if they really wanted to troll them, they should have got Trump to be in on the ad. That would have been, I would have paid to see that. I would have paid to see the reaction if they would have got Trump to be in on the ad just for the pure entertainment value of it. Like, you know what I mean? Oh, that's so, I mean, they show them fighting. It's, I mean, Canada needs to make their own ad, right? Yeah, Heliabuck is hurt. That's the one. Yeah, that's what I figured. Canadians here. Yeah, I mean, it's funny. Oh, yeah, they would have gone full Chernobyl, right? Oh, that would have been great, though. David. I mean, you know me. I give everybody, I don't care who you are, I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean? You know, the media makes so much of so many things. It's too easy to troll the media these days. I'd love to be president just to say stuff. Mike says, that's okay. Canadians hate Florida. When I grew up, well, I mean, you know, when I lived there as a kid, Canadians were always coming and going. You couldn't get a good apartment in Hallandale without having to worry about them pulling it out from under you come winter, because it'd be seasonal rates. Real says, you think it should be Logan Thompson, but it'd be Jordan Binnington? Yeah, the Snowbirds, Hungry. What are their numbers? I know somebody had asked me to make a video about this. I probably should, but it would take me a lot. I mean, I won't. I'm not saying I won't, but I'd have to do my research because I don't know all this stuff off the top of my head. Geez, Logan Thompson's numbers are insane right now. He's got a 196 and a 9 1/4. Jeez, what's Binnington's numbers? A 3.29 and a 8.75. What's the discussion? It should be Logan Thompson, right? David says, I think Alberta would be a decent state, but I don't want the rest of Canada. We'll just make it all part of Alaska. No offense to any Canadians. I'm just kidding. But just make it part of Alaska. You know, as long as we come on. See, I've never been to Canada, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Thompson wasn't even on the Four Nations roster. What did he do? Who did he piss off? Right? So we'll figure it out. But I'll tell you what, I'm happy that I didn't see Chucky in that ad. So, and he didn't go to like the preliminary like meeting type of thing that they had. Corey says, why so much Canada hate? What'd we do? No, not we're just joking. Did you see what happened up above, Corey? Corey, did you see the video I just played? Apparently Team USA made a video promo for the Olympics, and I guess from what the chat is telling me, social media, the Canadians are kind of mad at the promo. So no hate here, man. We just having fun. Believe me, we're just having fun. Like a third of the channel subscribers are Canadians. They're all good. Oh, okay, Corey. Yeah. Apparently, and we played it, and it kind of looks like it's a lighthearted jab at Canadians not being polite anymore because they were showing the fights from the Four Nations. So, but they used the phrase Canadian tears in the ad. So they're definitely trolling. They're definitely trolling. JC says if Trump was in the ad, Canada would consider it a war crime. Yeah, the ad is funny. Yeah. Well, you know how it is. If you go on Twitter or Discord, somebody's always got to be pissed off about something. You know, just is what it is. Hey, Jason, how you doing, bud? You know, it's all good. Everything. What's interesting is the sponsor that I'm working with. Oh, no, not the sponsor, Sparks. Remember, I told you guys we're going to be having Sparks is reached out to us, and we're going to have like trivia in the intermissions, and we might even be able to have like some Sparks exclusive streams where we just kind of gamify things. We'll have what do you call that? Bracket challenges and everything, but they're all from Canada. They're all from a couple of the people I'm working with or Leaf fans, but they're good people. We had a good laugh. Greg says in a sport where chirps are required, it's odd they're so sensitive. Well, like I always say, I have empathy for Dangle. I can't imagine. Now, because this is 10th season, he's in his 19th. So basically double the time. Now let me see. When did we first win a playoff round? What year was that? Let me see. We went to the Cup 22-23. So 21-22 was the first time we won the playoff round, right? So that means I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I did 5 seasons before they even won a playoff game or round. And I can't imagine what Dangle is 19 seasons in and can't get past the second round. I'd have been nuts too. I would have probably been an absolute basket case. All the names you want to call me, I would have been like accurate. If I would have done 19 years of this channel and never got past the second round. Like you think about it, just like how calming it is when we lose a game and I go do the recap and it's like 1 cup, 2 cups. How can I be mad? Like I'd be upset and disappointed. So when I look at Dangle, sometimes I see the image of what could have been. You know what I mean? What's that movie? Butterfly Effect. Jason says, hope all is well with everyone currently in New Hampshire working. It's 18 degrees. Woo! We're at 33, so we're nice and balmy here. Corey says it's a bit of general tension between USA and Canada. Yeah, stupid politics that makes these things a little bit more testy. Yeah, it's a shame, you know. But it'll all look. Trump ain't gonna be president forever. Eventually, somebody else will be president, and everybody will get along again. JC says Canada booed our anthem. I took that personal. Also, I was studying in Canada in 2010 and went to the pub down the street from the dorm, and I was told I had to take my USA jersey off. Oh, if you wanted to get in? Ooh, that sucks. Doug says if you think about it, from their perspective, though Canadian fans apparently had Panther fans calling their players' homes and threatening. Yeah, so no, Doug. Unfortunately, that's a rumor they came out with long ago. It was Leaf fans calling their own team. It wasn't any. It was that never happened, and it's been disproven multiple times. Yeah, I was already laughing like Dangle after the Preds game, right? Hungy says he doesn't help himself by diving headfirst into the Toronto media. Yeah. You don't think people are going to get along for a long time? Yeah, that whole fictitious thing, that never happened. Hockey guy hates on the Panthers broadcast. You mean like Randy and Goldie? I haven't seen. That I haven't seen. Sometimes he just makes those videos, and I just try to add some context. He said they yell too much and they're biased. Oh, well, they're the home based. Like, don't you want your home broadcast team to be biased? Right? Interesting. Hey, Frank, how you doing, bud? Sell the team, we suck. Nah, we're going streaking, man. Sure, Randy and Goldie can be homers sometimes. Sure. Yeah, I mean, sometimes with the penalties, they can get a little bit a little homerish sometimes. Goldie a little bit. Randy, I think, is a little bit more even kill. But it's all good. It's not, I mean, I've heard some, like, we get the Capitals broadcasts, obviously, because of where we live. And I don't know their names because I forget names, but they're pretty good. They're pretty good. They're usually pretty fair. But of course, they're excited when Washington scores, right? Oh, you're waiting for snowball fights with Leia? Yeah. We don't have any snow in the forecast now, so probably looking at next month at this point. Hungry says they're way better than the ESPN and TNT broadcasts are always biased towards the big teams. That's the truth. Joe Beninati, is that his name, Colby? I don't remember who we got this last year because I think we had the ARG. And I think this one we had to I think we were able to have the Panthers broadcast. Katie says Goldie did a radio broadcast during the 2010 Olympics. Goldie's done like everything, man. Like that guy, I don't know. Like he never is not working. You know what I mean? Like he's always at some function doing something. That's why his voice has gotten raspy like mine over the years. We're not smokers. It's just constantly talking on camera. Corey says, based on the Cats and Oilers weekends, the old gang might be trying to get back together in June. Let's see. Because Edmonton has basically been almost like mirroring what the Panthers have been doing points-wise, right? What are they at? 31. And the Panthers are at 30. There you go. But the Panthers have a game in hand. Yeah. Oilers goal differential is -6. Panthers -2. I can't imagine that Edmonton would miss. The Sharks and the Kraken may not quite be ready yet, and the Flames and Canucks aren't going to do anything. Let's see, who's got the wild card in the West right now? Right now, it's the Mammoth and the Oilers, right? So I would suspect that Edmonton's going to, as long as their goaltending holds up. Picard's having a really bad year. They might want to think about getting another backup in. Rich Waltz for the Marlins. When was he? Because I must not have been watching at that point. I'm trying to think about when I used to watch the Marlins on the radio. Watch the Marlins on the radio. Listen to the Marlins on the radio. I listened more than I would watch because I would be doing stuff. My dad still listens to the Marlins games on the radio. KDK says, I think the Panthers have a 92% of making the playoffs. They'll get it together. I agree. So he was 2000 to 2014. When did I stop watching? Well, when did I stop paying attention? I'm trying to think. I think 2011 is when I stopped really paying attention. Goalie says, do I think Vokoun would have cups if he played on this rendition of the Panthers? His stats were elite given who was in front of him. That's a good question. Let's see here. He's kind of like the forgotten man when you talk about Panther goaltenders. He's kind of the forgotten man. Now I'm looking because, he played a lot of years in Nashville. So in the playoffs, he had 2 trips with Nashville and 1 with Pittsburgh. His numbers were really good. The year with Pittsburgh, he started 11 games. He went 6-5. He had a 2.01 and a 9.33. His playoff numbers are actually pretty good. Pretty good, but it looks like he only ever won the 1 round. He lost twice with Nashville, and then he lost that 1 time with Pittsburgh. And his regular season numbers, even in his last season, in fact, that was his last season, that year in Pittsburgh. His last year was a 2.45 and a 9.19. His numbers, when you look at he never had a full season. His worst was a 9.03. That's a good call, Colby. You might be right. Here's a dude that was on the 2009 Panthers with a 2.55 and a 9.25. The 3 years he was on Florida, his numbers are really good. You might be onto something there. Yeah, Bakun was a beast. Yeah. Yeah, we forget Vokun. He doesn't get talked about because there wasn't playoffs, and and that tends to you tend to attach yourself to the goalies that way when they win for you. Oh yeah, back then we were giving up. Let's see. Let's do the math. He faced holy hell in a handbasket. So in 2007, 2008, somebody do this math. Somebody get your calculator out and do this math. Vokun started 69 games, and he faced 2,213 shots. God. 69 games, 2,213 shots. What's that average out to? Not quite 40. Uh-oh. Is everything okay out there? Okay, I heard Kyle dropping something. Yeah, those teams were not good, Mr. Krabs. That's for sure. Saying crazy, the Panthers never made the playoffs with him. Those teams were not good. Luongo had some numbers some years that were just absolutely absurd, and we still didn't make the playoffs. Okun still has the highest save percentage of any Panthers goalies. Yeah. I don't know about Tampa in 21. I don't know if anybody was beating Tampa in 21. He played a long time. How old was he when he retired? Because he was still good. What's that? How old is he now? So Montreal took him, actually. He was drafted by Montreal in the 9th round in 1994. And he played 1 game for them. Get this. Vokun played 1 game for Montreal. He had a goals against average of 12. What is that? I got to see what. It couldn't have been a start. It was a start. He played 1 game for Montreal. Now I got to look at this. Now this is crazy. So the only game he ever played for the Canadiens, he started. He allowed 4 goals on 14 shots and got pulled. And that is the only game he ever played for the Canadians. Damn. Oh, geez. Logan Cooley is out indefinitely. The injuries are just obscene this year. It seems like almost every day we're getting somebody's out long term. Yeah, Florida did outplay Tampa and now the 6-game one. Yeah, the 6th game. I see which one you're talking about. Luongo had a record for the most shots saved, but that was because the players around him were not good. Oh yeah, Luongo had some crazy stat years. The first time around. Yeah, here you go. In 2005, 2006, God, he used to start so many games. Oh my God. In 5 and 6, he started 73 games and faced 2,488 shots. So that's well over, let me see, 30 shots would be 2,100. That's going to be like 32, 33 shots a game on average, starting 73 games. We forget the first time he was with us, he started 72, 73, 75, 73 games. And then that was it. When he went to, actually, a couple of those are Vancouver. Yeah. The last 2 were Vancouver until they finally started using him properly. And 70 games for a goalie when you're facing 30 shots a game is insane. Yeah, exactly, Katie. We've got Volcone, Belfour, Luongo, Thomas, Vernon, Beezer. I forgot about Vernon. That's right. Yemi, Theodore. Yeah, we called him Jose. We called him Jose Foramore. Yeah, Luongo almost took us to the playoffs in 14-15, right? Lil J, I don't think game. Hold on a second. No, I don't think that was the one, Lil J. I think we got shut out in game 4. Hold on a second. We must have looked this up before because it's in my search history. Hold on. Let's find out. Wikipedia is no help here. Let's see. In the playoffs, the 2021 year, 20-21, that was the season that went to 6 games. But game 6 wasn't a shutout. Game 4, the following year, the year we got swept, was the shutout. Let's see here. Here we go. So, no, you're right. You're right. Game 6 was a shutout too. That's right. Was that the Spencer Knight game? Yeah. You're right. So Tampa had beaten us. Boy, both times was a shutout in the last game. That's all Vasilevsky though. So, I mean, we would have had a better chance in that series with better goaltending. There's no doubt there. But nobody was beating Vasilevsky at that point. He was in that zone where if he said no more goals, there were no more goals. You know, yeah, 5 and 6 were Spencer Knight. Yeah. Yeah, because that was, I believe that was Bob Drieger, let me see. The first game, you forget, right? So the first game was obviously Bobrovsky. Where the hell are the goalies? Here we go. Oh, it's just not giving it to him. Yeah, and then Spencer Knight was the last two. So that was the Drieger was arguably worse than Bob, right? Yeah, well, that's what I mean. We ended up with 3 goalies in that series. It was just crazy. But yeah, he did the Spencer Knight game 5 was spectacular. Would I be shocked if Cooper back plays a game this year? I would. That would mean we'd have to have both Bobrovsky and Tarasov out. Black's not ready. His numbers have not been great every time we've looked. So we'll look again, see if anything has changed. But every time we've looked at the goalies, Cooper Black, it's not terrible. A 2.65 and an 8.99. Of course, it's the AHL. Numbers are a little bit, but he's not tearing it up. He has no shutouts, right? So he's playing okay-ish right now, but nothing that screams call up. Hey, Gator Tooth, how you doing, bud? Yeah, Boosie is playing well. We looked at him yesterday. This is the only chance he's gotten in the NHL. Like, he's been around and around and around, and just nobody's given him an opportunity. So right now, Tarasov appears it's possible, but you don't know, right? Tarasov could just be earning himself a nice contract and a starting job somewhere else next year. What is he? He's 26. If he continues to play this well, what's he got? 8 starts. If he ends up with 25, even maybe 30 starts, which I'd love for him to have 30 starts. If he continues to play this well, 2.47 and a 9.11, somebody might think, hey, let's make him our starter. And I don't know if we're going to be able to afford him. Lil J says, as for Boosie, there has to be a reason why no one gave him a chance. We looked at that, and I'll look again. Couldn't figure it out, because when we look, he's 27, and he's only played in Carolina this year. And when you look at his AHL numbers, they're really good. He played for the Providence Bruins last year, 2.77, 9.07. The year before, 2.67 and 9.13. The year before, 2.40 and 9.24. The year, so I mean, he had 3 years in college and did really well. But the Bruins just never brought him up. And he's undrafted, so there's not a lot of investment there. You know what I mean? It's not a whole lot of investment there. Goalie says Colorado and Carolina are the system goalie farms. Oh, I'm still alive.
I tripped.
What do you mean you tripped? Oh, is that what you did?
I tripped over the wire.
Oh, okay. I was wondering what the hell happened.
Sorry.
Okay, it's okay. I thought there was a ghost in here. Miss Jaws walked around the house, tripped over the Ethernet cord, and it just flew right out of the laptop. And I didn't know she was walking around out there. I just thought the ghost ripped the Ethernet cord out of the laptop. Okay. Do I think Chucky be back for the Winter Classic? Oh, that's so close. RBJ, that's like so close right to when I think he might be back. Anderson has been looking like old geezer like Bob. He's always hurt, though, too. He's always hurt. He's hurt now, right? Isn't he? Anderson? Let me see. Frederic. No, he's back to playing now, I think. Yeah, because he was out for a little while. Boy, his numbers are not very good at all. He's 36. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. It happens, though. Great White says, I was going to say that's the first freeze on the stream. Yeah. Yeah, we're good. We're good. That's what Kyle did to the other laptop, but there was so much pressure the way he fell, and he ripped the whole port out of the laptop because the cord, the cord was in there good and tight, and he ripped the whole port out. Lil J says Chucky could also come back and play the Winter Classic and sit a few games. Well, I guess what somebody said was on the podcast, he said that he's at level, he said he's at level 2 of 5. And when he's at level 5, then he can practice for real. So to me, that just kind of makes me feel like maybe each week is a level. So 3, 4, 5. I don't know. Maybe that's the game he wants to come back. Maybe that's because he did say that they had a target game in mind. He just didn't tell us what it is. So maybe that's what it is. Yeah, the Kraken aren't. The Kraken, they're not holding it. They're cracking. The Kraken are cracking. The Kraken are cracking right now. They've lost 5 straight. And, I mean, they were damn near first place just a couple minutes ago. The Ducks are hanging tight, though. Anaheim might definitely be for real. The Blackhawks probably still need a little bit more time in the oven. You know, Bedard's only going to be able to do so much. Yeah, Swaggy is definitely back. Yeah, the Ducks are treading water with it. Yeah, but I mean, what they think they won a couple games in a row still, too. I mean, they're doing pretty good for treading water, right? And then, of course, you got the Avalanche and the Stars just by themselves at the top of the league. As good as the Avalanche have been, people haven't been paying attention to the Stars. They're only 3 points out. That's going to be it won't be a first-round matchup. That's the thing, most likely, right? I mean, geez, the Stars have second place by 10 points. So if the Avs and Stars are going to meet, it would be in the second round. It doesn't look like anybody's going to catch Dallas, that's for sure. Good stuff. You think the Stars will lose again in the Western Conference? But then that would mean they'd have to beat Colorado. I don't know. Trent, you worried about the road trip? Let's see what we got. I think we're in good shape. Let me get all the way back to what month is this? December. So we got Utah, Colorado back-to-back. Then Saturday against Stars. And then Monday against the Lightning. Don't forget that game is going to be, Kyle and I are still streaming it, but we're going to be double streaming because the Dolphins play Monday night at 8:15. So we're going to be streaming both games is what I'm trying to say. And then we come back home for the Kings, and then we have a back-to-back on a Friday, Saturday, which are the Canes and the Blues. So, and then we end the month on a back-to-back with the Capitals and Canadians. So with the back-to-backs, the good thing with the back-to-backs is we've got 2 days rest. 2 days rest before this back-to-back. We've got 2 days rest after the next back-to-back. And then we have 3 days rest. That's Christmas, 24, 25, 26. And then we've got 3 games in 4 days. But we're getting enough days off. And then, yeah, we play on the 30th, and then the Winter Classic is on the 2nd. So I like how they say it's a neutral site. I get a kick out of that. The Winter Classic is a neutral site. Kulikov and Gadjevich. Hold on a second. Where's the estimated? So Nosek is estimated January 4th. They've got Tkachuk estimated December 15th, but he's not. That's just estimated. It's definitely going to be longer than that. Gadjevich is supposed to be month to month, estimated the beginning of February, and Kulikov is not until mid-March. So I would suspect that Gadjevich is going to be back long before Kulikov. And then Schwint, they're talking maybe mid-January. So Kulikov is going to be the last guy for sure. Hey, David. Yeah, your goalie is going to have to be more than elite. Edmonton's goalie is going to have to, I don't know what they're going to do. Oh yeah, for Kulikov, he's not coming back until maybe. Remember when Marchand came back last year with like 5-10 games left, right before the playoffs? I would suspect the same thing with Kulikov. He'll be back just in time to, get up to speed. Barkov is at best. Barkov at earliest is the first round of the playoffs. We can't bring Barkov back until the playoffs, even if he was ready, because we don't have the cap space. And I don't think he's going to be ready. It'd be a miracle if he's ready the first round of the playoffs. So we'll be okay. Do I think the Oilers can beat the Avs? Oof. That's a tough one, Trent. It's got to, like Colby's saying, the goaltending. It's really going to take heavy-duty goaltending. So, all right, everybody, I got to roll. I got to go film. I'm filming something for my sponsors today and tomorrow, trying to get that stuff knocked out. Yesterday was a long day, so I'm taking tonight off. I tell you what, appreciate all of the support. Thanks for hanging out. I'll be here noon tomorrow. And unless something breaks, I'm going to be non-existent this evening, if you catch my drift. So everybody enjoy the rest of your Monday, and I shall see you all mañana. Oh, hey, Great White. Thank you, Great White. Thank you, bud. I got you just before I was ready to hit the button. Thank you, bud. Much, much, much appreciated. Thank you, my friend. All right, I gotta go eat. I'm going. They blew drug. They drew. Yeah, exactly. I had to have my blood drawn at 10:30 because I have something that the doctor was checking up on, and so I haven't eaten since then. So, if it sounds like I'm like running out, as I am, I need to eat before I pass out, and I'll just be passed out here, and the camera will just keep on rolling. Might make for good content if I snore, but I should probably go eat something. My blood sugar is gone. All right, everybody. Appreciate y'all. I'll see you again mañana.